Hi to everyone. I'm Mateo Herrera from Job Trippin. I'm here with Enelin Paas. She's a digital nomad from Estonia. A lot of people don't know what a digital nomad is, what digital nomads do, and how is your lifestyle. So, luckily, Enelin is here to answer all of the questions that you might have. Hi, Enelin.
Thank you for having me.
It's a pleasure. Where are you right now?
Currently today, I'm in a cafe. It's one of my favorite cafes in Tallinn. I can show you also a little bit, like really wide open. So it's like I feel that my thoughts are open, flying here, inspirational. So I like to stay here, come already early morning and come and having lunch and yeah, so this is one spot I stay in Tallinn, but also going to co-working spaces. I recently just came back to Tallinn after 1 month in Argentina and 3 months in Brazil.
That's great, Enelin. So, tell us, what exactly do you do for a living?
So I do marketing mostly, PR sales too. I'm having different kind of clients and working on different various projects, sometimes also in at the same time, which I really like because it keeps you fresh and like motivated and inspired. One of my biggest clients who I work with and love to work with is Safety Wing, which is actually made by digital nomads for digital nomads. It is an travel medical insurance. So and also I have cooperations with some clients in crypto field too.
First of all, what is a digital nomad? You mentioned safety wings for digital nomads, but what exactly is a digital nomad?
I think it's a person who is location independent. He or she can work, travel, live wherever she wants to, with the exception that we need Wi-Fi. But other than this, it's really flexible. So you can decide anytime where you want to be. Like today, I want to be in Italy. Maybe tomorrow I'll take a flight to, I don't know, Bucharest if I feel like it. And I can take my life with me, which is usually quite minimalistic. And also I can take my work with me, which is just laptop.
What what is the difference between a digital nomad and a remote worker? Is it the same thing?
Uh, I think digital nomads are like little bit because remote worker can be that you also just work from home, meaning that your office is maybe in Tallinn, but you live in, like during the summertime, you go to a summer house and you work remotely. You work from bed basically, right? But digital nomads are usually more like adventurous, I would say, and they like to travel more. And yeah,
So digital nomads basically like to take their work to unique locations all over the world.
yeah, I think so. Like, if you have the possibility, then like taking all of it.
Straight to the point. Can you summarize the benefits of being a digital nomad?
I think I'm living extremely healthy lifestyle. Like I can manage my time according to the needs of my body. For example, if I feel someday tired, I can sleep longer. If I feel hungry, I will eat. If I want to have a power nap, it doesn't hurt if I sleep like half an hour during the day. If I feel inspired at 2 a.m., then I'm going to work. And like the flexibility, I think it's really important for the health that I can listen to my body and act accordingly. And I can also take like days off when I feel I don't need to, sign the paper that please, boss, let me to my vacation, please. I can like work as much as I want to and have a rest as much as I want to do. And then everything is easier to plan. So like the balance between life and work, there's not only work, but like while traveling, you also want to explore, and then you plan the like perfect lifestyle, I would say. that is healthy, and also you work, but you also take time for yourself and also to discover the world at the same time.
What has been the most difficult part of becoming a digital nomad? How do you get your first clients? How do you keep them? And how do you stay? How do you work in a productive way?
Terrible. It was hard. I'm not going to lie. At the beginning, it took me a few months to get started because like I didn't have a degree on marketing, right? I didn't have, I had some work experience, but not like something totally amazing or something to show. So I needed to study a lot by myself online just to read and learn by doing. And the first jobs I applied with not expensive hour per price per hour, and I just wanted to get the first job to get the first reviews and then grow from there. But I literally got like 60 no's easily, and it was really hard. It
Yeah.
was like life was just literally hitting, but you have to go through all this phase, and it's totally normal at the beginning. To get a lot of notes. Then I was like, okay, I'll get my price like the lowest possible. And then I already got the first job, and then I did it like really well. I was really like trying hard. I didn't know so many things, and it was scary too. But I
Hmm.
was googling a lot and learning a lot. And after every project, it went better, 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 better. So yeah, you have to be prepared for no's and different kind of things. But it's super possible if you want and keep learning.
How has your personal life changed once you decided to become a digital nomad?
How has it changed? I've been traveling, personal life, very interesting question. I've been traveling a lot alone. I'm mostly actually alone because
Hmm.
it's not really easy to have other people to travel with you because usually people have normal jobs.
Hmm.
So they can't like join you in random adventures like let's go to South Africa for a few weeks. Of course I went alone, right? um so personal wise, like family stuff, yeah, I'm a lot away, but I have a uh, like tradition to call my all my family members once per week at least, all the time at the same time.
Hmm.
So I'm like having like those kind of routines. By the way, you asked about how I'm keeping myself productive too. It's just
Hmm.
create your for yourself routines. But yeah, but from now on, I'm traveling together with my boyfriend, who is also a digital nomad.
Hmm.
And there's kind of no other way. Uh, he had to be a nomad because otherwise it wouldn't work. So yeah, yeah. Now it's a nomad couple.
At Job Trippin, we take our trippers, that's how we call our members, to six different cities around Latin America for 6 months, each month in a different city. Do you think that this is enough time to get to feel as a local?
So yes, that's what I actually do. Usually one location, 1 month. So I think it's enough and perfect time to be in one city because like you will work like really focused, and
Hmm.
then all your free time you will explore. So I literally like some cities like for example I was recently Buenos Aires, so it's like I wake up early, I will work like 4 hours. I will go to one part of the city to have lunch, take my computer, explore, work a little bit more in the evening, going to sightseeing something. So like few times per week doing something, and also long weekends and the whole weekends. And yeah, 4 weekends like this for one big city, I would say is enough. Yeah, yeah, it's perfect. You don't get bored, and it's every weekend is super exciting.
Another thing about Job Trippin is that we take groups of up to 15 people to every destination. What do you think are the benefits of group traveling versus solo traveling?
Yeah, with solo travel, like I'm glad I did it, but
Hmm.
now I enjoy a lot to travel with somebody and also with friends. I just had a small Euro trip from Italy, Austria, Czech, Germany, and Switzerland with 4 people all together. And now I don't feel anymore that I want to solo travel. I think every person should do it to
Mhm.
experience, but I don't know. Actually, together it's more fun. And I have had so many alone dinners in restaurants you can't even imagine.
Yeah.
So I think I'm like done now. By now I'm done. Now I really enjoy company, and every time I travel, I'm actually still looking for groups of people. So so yeah, to travel with group, it's really nice, and you have like in the end like mini groups in the group, so you can have some
Mhm.
girls' night sometimes, and then like who likes the same sport as you do, you always have somebody to do something, and it's amazing.
One more thing about group traveling is the different synergies that can be formed between all kinds of people. In terms of business, have you ever engaged in business with someone while being on the road, or do you know of anybody that has?
I think this is after the name and the country you are from. This is the third question right away. So what do you do? And usually the first all the meetings that if I meet someone like nomad or those kind of people entrepreneurs, is like half of the evening we will talk about work, business ideas, failures, success stories, and everything. It's really inspiring and really like educational too. It's really like opens your mind. I've gotten a lot of actually good ideas, tools, tips, connections, just meeting similar people, and yeah, it's amazing. It's really really nice.
Speaking about success stories, do you know any particular success story that you would like to share?
Work wise, so I think it's different kind of connections between and then the synergy that comes out of it. But like for example, from my perspective, I have seen or, I have gotten like many offers
Mhm.
from nomads to nomads, and also proposed to like, "Yeah, let's open a co-living space in Bali, for example." And
Mhm.
now in the end of August, I'm going to Bali, and let's see, maybe we'll do it, or who knows, right? Like those opportunities, those ideas, and those bunch of people would never come to me if I wouldn't be nomad and they wouldn't be nomad, you know?
You were also talking about some gear, gadgets, and apps that you've discovered while being on the road. What are your must-have items and apps as a digital nomad? What is the thing that you always travel with?
Mm, comfortable shoes, then nice backpack, really good for for your back and everything. Light laptop, good headset if you are somewhere in an airplane or transportation, so it would also get the outside noise lower. And yeah, this would be important. Here is one of my favorite. This is like the stand for the computer, like this higher, so I will see so my back would be straight, and then my chiropractic would also be happy, and I would be happy, and so that works really well. And about the apps, Slack, all the productivity apps like Toggle and stuff, video conferencing, Zoom, what we're using now, one of my favorites for video conferencing. And for meeting people, also Slack, Couchsurfing, Uber works everywhere, really good, safe. You don't if you don't know Chinese, no problem. Uber is
Mhm.
not in China, but bad example. But in Argentina, for example, it's like you just call the Uber and you know it's safe. You don't need to talk. You don't need to explain. Everything works. Airbnb, yeah, those are some of the things I would say now. I think, yeah.
What are some of the problems that you have faced as a digital nomad?
Being away from family, especially the small ones, like I'm auntie, many times auntie, and I don't see the small ones so often. Those Skype will help, and once they already grow older, now they can call already for me. Um, But other than this, nothing.
Have you ever had any health problems or problems related with lost or stolen luggage, travel delays, things like this?
Uh, Stolen, not, but health a lot. I'm
Okay.
sometimes kind of unlucky with those things. I have had quite a lot. I have had crashed a car in LA, been in a car accident with taxi driver in Costa Rica. In Costa Rica, I had like uh, problems with kidney. I was in hospital. You definitely have to have insurance. You never know. Like I once even on the beach, I stepped on a really like bad thing on my leg, and then yeah, like things can happen. Yeah.
One of the questions that I've seen a lot in nomad forums, in digital nomad forums, is related to travel health insurance for digital nomads. Is there a digital insurance especially designed for the digital nomad community?
The safety wing, which is specially made for nomads. You can also so safety wing was created by nomads for nomads, and like with the aim to fill some gaps what we had before on the market. So, for example, if I'm going to Peru tomorrow, and I was like, oh, but I forgot to get my insurance. It's no problem. Even if you are already in Peru, you can purchase the safety insurance while on travel, while on abroad. Also, when you go back home for a few weeks, it also covers you at home, what a lot of insurances actually are not doing. And it's subscription, which I really like. It's like Spotify. Like you can cancel it. You just put your details in. It charges you after every month. After every 4 weeks, $37. And when you don't need it anymore, because you don't know the start and ending date, which a lot of insurances before signing the contract you need to know, but we don't know. So you just can cancel when you go back home, or yeah, have another option, or whatever. So yeah, I recommend Safety Wing, of course.
You said that you've been several times to Latin America, to Argentina, to Brazil, to Peru.
But it's my favorite place. So most of my friends, usually a lot of people, they are like going to Asia. I've never been still in Asia. This will be now my first time when I'm going, because the first time I went to South America, I fell in love, and I've been going back since then every time. I've been so starting. So Central America, I've been now in Costa Rica 3 months, and from there I went south, 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 south. So I was in Colombia 3 months. I loved it so much. I want to go back, and I would easily stay there for a long time. It's so cool. Peru, I was 1 month. Argentina, I have been 1 month, and I also have been many times in Brazil. And yeah, next year I also, like every time when I go, I want to do some new countries. Also, I definitely want to go to Chile and Bolivia, and I don't know. I want to eventually. I would like to visit all the countries there for sure. I love it. I love it totally.
So, how's your Spanish doing? Hola?
I'm getting too shy. Don't do it. I understand, but I don't speak. I wasn't prepared for this, but I love the sound. But most importantly, I would say you also need to know how to dance salsa, and that I know.
You know, you know how to dance salsa.
Yeah,
You
yeah.
know that one of the places that we take people to is Cali, and Cali is the salsa capital of the world.
Yeah, it's amazing. It's so important in the culture, and I love it. It's so much fun. It's amazing.
Yeah,
But back to Spanish. Does it make a difference if you know Spanish while traveling around Latin America? For all of those who don't know, Job Trippin provides different levels of Spanish lessons to all of its members.
Um, no, of course, it's super good when you can speak the language that other people are speaking too. It makes everything, of course, easier. But also, like, I will um, complete my studies one day with Spanish, also because it's not only helpful in South America, but also it helps you to understand a little bit of Italian. Then you already like can handle like it's. all the languages, it makes it so much easier. Like they have so many connections, and so also it's important in Europe, not only in South America. Also, a lot of people in States speaking Spanish. So it's one of the like my mother nature. Mother nature. My mother language is Estonian, but next to it I speak English. I understand a little bit Finnish and Russian, but I think the most important next to English should be Spanish for sure. It helps a lot. It opens so many possibilities. Also, I see that in the job post in Upwork, there's actually a lot of job posts only for Spanish-speaking people because it's also a huge market.
Yeah.
So totally worth it to study for sure.
Okay, Enelin. And finally, why would you recommend job tripping?
Great community, well selected locations, definitely good team organizing. And yeah, you can learn Spanish and like-minded people and everything organized. And if you haven't been before, in Latin America, then it's like the perfect trip to do together with job tripping because you are safe, everything is organized. You can focus on your work while having fun, and yeah, it's all you need is there. It's perfect. Good job, guys.
Well, thank you very much, Enelin. I'm very glad that you could join us today. And I definitely hope that you can join us for a future trip. Guys, if you want to get in touch with Enelin, you can write to her or send her an email at enelin@safetywing.com. And I know that she'll be happy to answer any questions you have.
Thank you. It was fun. Take care. Ciao, ciao.
Bye bye.